Who was born in 1915. It's just astronomical to me. It's hard. I cannot. He handles the change with such grace. Never complains. You know, I was already complaining by the time I was 8 years old. You know, I've been playing in this field for 6 months. Now you're putting a house on it. But not Dad. And the thing that I wanted to write this song, I knew I wanted to write him a song. I wanted to write it about his 75th birthday. But if wanting to write a song was all it took, then it's all I'd ever be doing. Something has to spark it, and that's a mystery element that I never quite understand. And in this case, it was learning that the Yellow Cab Company was founded in the year he was born. In the year of the Yellow Cab, shadow of the Great World War, the third kid Grandma had came into this world on a rolling farm in Maryland when Wilson was the president. As summer blew her goodbye through the trees, child of changing time, growing up between the wars, Fords rolled off the line, bars all closed their doors, and I imagine you back then with snap brim hat and farmer's tan, where horses drew their wagons through the fields. Now the fields are all forests, and the moon's not just a name. Are you more amazed at how things change, or how they stay the same? Do you sit here on this porch and wonder how the time flies by? Or does it seem to barely creep along? With 75 Septembers come and gone. Were the fields all golden fawn? Was the spring house dark and cold? Did the rooster crow at dawn when they got you up for school? And would you tell me once again the tales of Granddad's hired men, and how they drove the old dirt road to town? 'Cause now the fields are all for days, and the moon's not just a name. Are you more amazed at how things change, or how they stay the same? Do you sit here on this porch and wonder how time flies by? Or does it seem to barely creep along? 75 Septembers come and gone. In the year of the Yellow Cab, shadow of the Great World War. Thank you. All right. I already just did this one over there a little while ago, but it's all right. I don't mind twice in one day. I like this song.
another song. First, I shouldn't do ballads back to back. What? That's not right. Okay, I'll do Arrow after I do something else, or after I stand here for a minute and let the last ballad kind of waft over the hill a little. Otherwise, we just have to like hand out Quaaludes if we're going to stand here and do ballads. They're like, okay, hand out Quaaludes. Well, yeah. Oh, no, not anymore. No, of course not.
She's over, I think, in 5 minutes.
It stated today from 1 o'clock to 4. You go in, get ready. I'll go start the car. Better to be early than we'll be the first in line. You know how I love this. It's amazing what you'll find going through dead people's houses. Wonderful things they have collected. Open the drawers and trunks and closets. Don't leave a corner uninspected. I'll head for the kitchen. You check out upstairs. Old postcards and pens and blue Fiesta ware. Shaving mugs and winged eyeglasses. Giant plastic pins. Linen suits and flowered dresses. I'm so glad we got in. Going through dead people's houses. Wonderful things they have collected. Open the drawers and trunks and closets. Don't leave a corner uninspected. They just don't make them like this. It's an incredible prize. We can hang it in the kitchen. She was just your size. It's a beautiful frame, and the picture's all right. Salt and pepper airplanes, and that deco light. Wonderful things they have collected. Open the drawers and trunks and closets. Don't leave a corner uninspected. Tonight we go home and sort through our array. We'll find the best spots to put things on display. Now you can't get this great stuff anymore. I don't know why, but I bet we'll make some young strangers happy when we die. Going through dead people's houses. Wonderful things they have collected. Open the drawers and trunks and closets. And don't leave a corner uninspected. Thanks. Hi there, little fella. Huh? As if I could understand. I cannot understand you people. Now listen, I got some stuff already worked out for this segment of the show. I'll try to do some of your requests. I won't do them all because I can't, because there ain't time. Now somebody asked for Arrow, so I'm going to be doing that one now. Is that all right? Will that meet with your approval? Thank you. What would I do if you all said, no, we don't want to hear Arrow. Go home. Okay, so this is a really old song of mine. I think I had lambs on my underpants when I wrote this song, actually. It's hard to find them now in my size with lambs on them. More likely to find them with lambs in them, but... Wish I could have fallen in love, though it only leads to trouble. Oh, I know it does. Still, I'd fool myself and gladly just to feel I was in love.
I saw a great bumper sticker here today. Like, well, of course I can't remember how it goes now. Something, if guns are outlawed, then only outlaws will shoot their children by accident or something. This song is sort of about guns. The actual title of this song is The Nelsons Ride Along. Everybody calls it Don't Forget the Guns. So I wanted to call it The Nelsons Ride Along so I could get NRA into the title. Did you remember a couple months ago when Charlton Heston was running for that office in the NRA? And he was concerned, yeah, I know he won. He was concerned that the other people running were too right-wing. And who was running? Like Ayatollah Khomeini or something? I can't imagine. Anyway, I was reading an article in Time magazine about automatic weapons, and it was suggested that typical American families do in fact carry guns. And I think that that's not the case. And I remembered a trip that I took with my family when the summer of my 7th grade. Well, I was in 7th grade for 15 years, but it was one of those summers. And I started to write a song about the vacation, but I guess as I thought about it, because we traveled all the way out west and up into Canada, down into New Mexico, I realized that the most amazing thing about that trip was that we did it unarmed. Imagine just going out with your family unarmed. I know, it's hard to believe. So I thought I'd write a song about the vacation, but I would bring our family a little more up to snuff, because, you know, in the article it was saying that one of the typical guns that we have now is the AR-15, which is apparently capable of firing 900 rounds a minute. And the NRA says hunters need them. Not very good hunters, apparently. Anyway.
Let's get the kids and pack up the car. Take that vacation we've been waiting for. Drive across this country, leave our worries far behind. Singing 4-part harmony, sweet Adeline. 'Cause I got these books and maps from AAA, and we'll visit friends and sights along the way. So bring the bites and toys and diapers, pay the neighbor's son. Call to stop the mail, and honey, don't forget the gun. Don't forget the guns, you know exactly what I mean. Bring the pistols, bring the Uzi and the old AR-15. We don't look for trouble, but by golly, if we're in it, it's nice to know we're free to blow 900 rounds a minute. We'll head for Chicago, stop for the night. Hope for good weather, hope the kids don't fight. Well, they've never seen Mount Rushmore, and they ought to understand the kind of man who forged our freedom all across this land. We'll hike up a trail and ride down a stream. Stand by Old Faithful and watch our lost steam. When we pack picnic lunches, that's not all we'll bring along. 'Cause we'll be packing 45s in case anything goes wrong. Don't forget the guns, you know exactly what I mean. Bring pistols, bring the Uzi and the old AR-15. We don't look for trouble, but by golly, if we're in it, it's nice to know we're free to blow 900 rounds a minute. And riding along, we'll follow the signs. Over the mountains, under the pines, up to Blue Hill, where they got what they gave. In the land of the free, you've got to be brave. Don't forget the guns, you know exactly what I mean. Bring pistols, bring the Uzi and the old AR-15. We don't look for trouble, but by golly, if we're in it, it's nice to know we're free to blow 900 rounds a minute. Yes, it's nice to know we're free to blow 900 rounds a minute.
Thanks. I got one more song to do. It's all picked out. It's a new one.
How long does this go on? We split a little while ago. We split. I found a swimming hole. You know this area? Oh, it's just a beautiful place. 10 minutes from here.
Whew, thanks so much. much for sitting out there in the hot sun and listening. I appreciate it, believe me.
It's like where a river comes down.
I wrote this song about being guilty, which is how I'm always feeling guilty these days. And I was writing. I went for 8 months and I didn't write any songs, and then for a period of 3 days, I wrote a song every day for 3 days, which is frankly going a little too far the other way, in my opinion. But while I was working on one of those 3 songs, I looked out the window, sitting in the house in the afternoon. I looked at the window and I thought, oh man, I should be out riding my bike. I shouldn't be sitting in the house now. And I kind of stopped myself and I thought, wow, apparently now I even feel like I'm a bad person, even while I'm writing a song, which I consider to be my prime directive. I thought, I wonder if there's anything I could do that would where I wouldn't feel guilty. But maybe if I was riding my bike while I was writing a song, and I had the bike fixed up so the dog and the cats could come with me, and I was running an errand, and I had a lawnmower hooked up to the back of the bike, maybe then I would not feel guilty. But no, I would feel guilty. I'd feel like, oh, I'm ridiculous, I'm doing too much. So I wrote this song, and it has more words in it than I have ever written into one song. Actually, I feel kind of guilty about how many words there are in it. And so here's hoping that I remember them. I'm unworthy. No matter what I'm doing, I should certainly be doing something else. And it's selfish to be thinking I'm unworthy. All this me, self. If I'm talking on the phone, I should be working on the lawn, which looks disgraceful from the things I haven't done. If I'm working on the lawn, I should be concentrating on those magazines inside, since I have not read one. I should learn how to meditate and sew and bake and dance and paint and sail and make gazpacho. I should turn my attention to repairing all those 40-year-old socks there in that bureau. I should let someone teach me to run windows and learn French that I can read and write and speak. I should get life in prison for how I treated my parents from 3rd grade until last week. And I should spend more time playing with my dog and much less money on this needless junk I buy. I should send correspondence back to everyone who's written, phoned, or faxed since junior high. I should sit with the therapist until I understand the way I felt back in my mind. I should quit smoking, drinking, eating, thinking, sleeping, watching TV, writing stupid songs. And I should be less impatient when the line just takes forever because the 2 cashiers are talking. I should see what it's like to get up really early, rain or shine, and spend 3 hours walking. I should know deep massage and CPR and Braille and sign language and how to change my oil. I should go where the situation's desperate and build and paint and trudge and tote and toil. And I should chant in impossible positions till my legs appear to not have any bone. I should rant at the cops and politicians and the corporations in indignant tones. I should save lots of money to leave Audubon plus all the rocks and animals and plants. I should brave possibilities for plotting plums of problems probably blossomed plausibly from blah 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 blah. I'm unworthy. Thank you very much. Have the rest of the festival. Have a great time. Good night. Thanks a lot. Okay, now just calm down. We're gonna get a song happening any minute now. requested. I haven't done this song in quite a while. So I have no idea what the hell key it's in. Guess we'll find out. I wrote this one at the Winnipeg Folk Festival. I was up there one year. It was raining. Just unbelievable. It was like everything was knee-deep in mud. I was extremely cranky. Imagine that. So we go to this workshop, and it's called Songwriters Sweatshop. And what we had to do is, while we were taking turns singing to the audience, they were passing a clipboard around, writing down their ideas for songs for us to write. Isn't that adorable? In the rain and the mud. And I was very cranky about this. And so the clipboard comes back, and some of the, I looked down the list of this audience's ideas for things that would make good song subjects. And I came to this one, cow pattern clothes. I was kind of surprised that Irving Berlin didn't already snatch it up, aren't you? I mean, it just cries to be a song, doesn't it? So I was talking with the other people in the workshop. One of them was Patty Larkin, as a matter of fact. And I said, I was so grouchy, and I was like, oh, cow pattern clothes. All right, hey guys, I want this. I want to write my song about cow pattern clothes. I got this one. And they're all like, sure, Cheryl, it's all yours. Go ahead. So we got into the golf cart, which is how you get around up there. Patty was sitting on my lap. You can see why it wouldn't have been the other way around. And as we're going back to the songwriter tent, the sun came out for 10 seconds. And in that 10 seconds, I received the inspiration for this, my song, which I would now like to share with you. Cow pattern clothes. Oh, the sun is shining, and it's one of those beautiful days for cow pattern clothes. And if it should rain again, then I suppose I would get water on my cow pattern clothes. So get along, little doggy, or I'll punch you in the nose. Then I'll dress your mother up in cow pattern clothes. Do you like the song so far? Don't you think it flows? It rambles, but it stops to mention cow pattern clothes. Cow pattern shirts, cow pattern hats, cow pattern ball gowns, cow pattern jock straps, cow pattern cardigans, cow pattern knee highs, cow pattern papal vestments, cow pattern Levi's. Oh, yeah, cow pattern clothes. Hey, cow pattern clothes. Oh, cow pattern clothes. Cow pattern clothes. Thank you. Thank you very much. You are wonderful. I really appreciate it. Good night. Have a great time.